Bill Tate with My Roots Real Estate Group, bringing you another Livingston Roots highlight video. Today we're showcasing Eternity Brewing in Howell, Michigan. Let's go meet Trevor Brooks, the owner, and see everything they have to offer. So Trevor, I remember back in 2019 when you told me you were purchasing Eternity. I was super excited for you and Jessica. Little do we know the world is about to change. What was that like for you?
Oh, Bill, that's a heck of a journey, right? Back in June of 2019, we did purchase this business after about a year of going through the purchase process. It was extremely long and hard to transfer liquor licenses, more complicated than I realized I was getting into. So there we are after a year of work. June of 2019, we finally closed on the transaction. It's me and Jessica, and there's 3 other partners. There's 4 of us. All of us energetic and excited to have this brewery, right? You know, I think it's like a lot of guys' dreams. You know, we were all avid customers here, and we were so excited to get our hands in the mix and be part of it. And we just jumped in, jumped right in head first, huge energy. And we started making changes, started implementing everything we wanted to do. Big part of that was a redesign of our marketing, our logo, our branding. And then we started work immediately on a kitchen, a plan for food. Our number one complaint was having to bring your own food, and we didn't have food offering before. So we started designing a menu that would be focused on quality and craft and really go hand in hand with the beer and the focus we have there on quality. So it was nothing but amazing energy all through that first summer and fall and winter, and then we sort of just rolled into COVID.
Yeah, it's brutal for a lot of people, but what have you guys done to overcome it? The place is beautiful, so much different than it used to be. I mean, it's great here.
Yeah, you know, I told the staff when we first took over, we took the building over, or the business over. It had been in existence for 5 years already. We're coming up on 8 years now, but they already have 5 years under their belt, and we didn't want to reboot anything that they were doing. What we wanted to do is sort of refine the operation, right? We bought this business because we cared about it so much. We love the product, we love the vibe, the atmosphere. A brewery is not a bar. I tell people that all the time. You really got to experience the brewery culture, I think, to really get it. But it feels a lot like Cheers in here. You know, it's very friendly, and people, we have regulars that are friends now. We loved all of that about it. So as we started to refine what we were doing, and we just felt like we were building on that legacy and building on it and improving and tweaking, and then all of a sudden with COVID, with the shutdowns, it was a huge impact. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I wasn't sure that we would survive it. We had just purchased it. We had extended ourselves even more further by adding the kitchen, taking on additional staff, all of which had to be let go. We kind of just battened down the hatches, as I think that most people did. And I can tell you that we saw an amazing outpouring from the community during the first shutdown to support local, and I think we can all relate to that. It was something that you were hearing. I mean, there was rally cries: support local, go out of your way to support local, go buy more than you thought you were gonna or would otherwise. So we did. What we did is we had our kitchen open for 1 day before the state shut down the first time. It was terrible. We had our grand opening kitchen party. We packaged that up with St. Patrick's Day, and then we got shut down on Monday. We were throwing the party a little early before St. Patrick's. It was Tuesday that year. So we decided to shut down kitchen operations. We felt we hadn't established ourselves yet. We thought that they would be probably pretty wasteful. We didn't know what to expect. So we focused just on beer. We kept brewing. We kept our brewers in place. We kept brewing full capacity the whole time. And we pushed the takeout business. And the community stepped up and embraced us. I couldn't believe the amount of business we were doing takeout-wise. We started, our general manager at the time started doing a delivery route. We were making runs to communities, subdivisions. Subdivisions were buying like 10 houses as a group. So the community really rallied behind us, and we were very excited. And we came out of that first shutdown with all of that revived energy, and I was as optimistic as ever. We got to relaunch our kitchen. At that time, we had a different cook. We actually had to revise the menu again, make some changes to deal with the environment and what we could get and what we couldn't get. And then we had this fabulous summer, fabulous fall, and then we had the second shutdown. And I'm going to tell you that second shutdown was nothing like the first one. The energy was it felt just zapped. The wind was just out of our sails. We did not see the same return to takeout business that we saw the first time. And I truly believe, looking at it objectively, that a lot of people, I think by that point in time, there's a tremendous number of people that had never returned to the office. So even though we had returned to being in-service dining or in-person dining, a lot of people, their lives had remained sort of the same throughout that whole year.
Sure.
And their habits and their buying decisions and their traffic patterns had all shifted, maybe permanently, right? So that second shutdown was opposite the first one. It was defeating. There was no energy. We were doing no takeout business. And towards the end of the second shutdown, of course, we didn't know we were approaching the end of it, right? We were being told things a week or 2 weeks at a time. We were very close to locking the doors up. I mean, complete honesty. Instead of having them brew, I was having them use inventory. I didn't want to go out of business with 1,000 gallons of beer sitting in tanks, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, we got the permission to reopen. And it was like starting from scratch. So even though we bought a business that was well established, that was open for 5 years, we were restarting a year ago we were restarting a brand new operation. And it's been a long year, but we're here now. This past month, we finally broke sales of pre-COVID, so I would say we're back to pre-COVID levels. It's been like starting over from scratch, something I never intended to do. We've had to rebuild the staff, rebuild the kitchen, but here we are. And a year ago, I was carrying glasses out to my truck because I didn't think we were going to be here. But we are here, and the energy is better than ever. I think it has, if I'm going to try to put a silver lining on it, I think it's forced us to re-look at every aspect. We've worked very hard at improving the energy and the atmosphere. Because of everything and shifting and people coming and going from the industry, we've got a completely new staff, aside from our brewing staff. Our brewing staff has remained with us from day one, which is super critical.
It's amazing.
Yeah, they have a great product, but we've rebuilt everything else from the ground up. It's a new business, and I love it that much more. The energy is great. Our customers are very happy, and I'm so proud of what we have to offer. And I know that the only thing holding us back is just more and more awareness, and then putting butts in the seats, because people come in and see us, and we just hear compliments and positive feedback, and then we see them again and again.
I mean, everybody's so glad you guys are still here. I've known you for a long time. You know as well as I, if you're not growing, you're dying. What are your future plans for the bar, for the brewery?
So the future plans are, people ask me all the time, like, where do you want to get? What do you want to do? And I'll be honest with you. Even though I wouldn't be opposed to it, don't misunderstand, I wouldn't fight against it. I have no ambitions to be the next Atwater or Shorts or Founders, right? I would be very content, very happy if we could become that one place that people talk about, where that one fun brewery, and brewery people, brewery crowds are very loyal, very dedicated, and people that are in the craft beer scene, they want to be into it. They go out of their way to try craft beers. I just want to be a very successful tap house, serving Livingston County, and that's what we're trying to get to. Now, we're in the short term, we're going to continue to build the food service. I think that's a big piece of it. We've also worked on building out the menu. We're working on a sort of a core beer list, so that there's going to be 8 to 10 beers always on tap that stay on tap, that you can sort of count on and know that they're always going to be there. And then we also have a handful of experimentals, so we're working towards a more stabilized core beer offering. And then what we would really like to do is actually remove this wall here to the side, and we have more square footage in our back brew house than we actually need. Okay. And we've got enough room back there to probably locate another 60 seats. So what we're really focused on is getting busy enough, consistently enough that I need that space, and then we'll just blow that wall out and better utilize it and continue to grow. Whether we stay in this location long term or not, I'm not sure. We'd prefer not to. We would really like to open up our own building. We've kind of talked about doing one of those warehouse style breweries, the industrial building type of a thing. But all those plans are extremely premature. Right now we're just trying to stay alive and keep growing what we got here, and keep making it feel special.
Yeah. So day by day is really all you can do.
Yeah, absolutely, and trying to improve every single day, in every little way that you can, and just build on it and build on it.
That's awesome. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at what you guys have on offer.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. saw the food, you saw the beers. Come on in, try for yourself. Let Trevor know what you think. Thanks so much for your time, my friend.
Bill, it was an absolute pleasure. And we look forward to seeing you real soon.
All right. Until next time, guys. Take care. All right, guys. Thanks again so much for watching. If there's a local business you would like to see highlighted, let me know. Go to kwbill.com/keepitlocal. Let me know who they are and what you love about them. If you have any questions on buying or selling real estate, please feel free to give me a call or a text. My number is 810-844-3934. Thank you so much to MediaJet.com for making these videos. That's MediaJet, JETT.com.